Make sure nobody's behind.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people, it's probably complicated, but if it's open back, just slow down.
And also talk to Greg how he wants you to warm up the tires. How many laps?
Next session, I have to bed brakes.
Yeah, but with the used tires.
Every year, Sebring is the official start of our season. Where we live, it's cold. Sebring has a ton of history. It used to be a World War II Air Force base. You feel it when you're out there. It's all concrete, there's bumps. But the track, the place, everything does feel historic, and it's not even trying to. Classes for 2022 are slightly changed from last year. They're age-based and also experience-based as a further delineation. So Pro is anybody 35 and under. Pro-Am is 35 and older with a certain level of experience. And Pro-Am is 56 plus with a certain level of experience. We've got two guys in Pro, Keen in the number 12, Dimitri Dimakos in the number 11. One of the biggest changes for 2022 for us is we've got a real title partnership for the number 11 car. We've partnered with Deluxe. One of the services that Deluxe offers is helping a brand put together its image and how to execute. For us, it's huge. We're really focused on not only winning on track, but winning off the track as well. Every partnership that we do is a true partnership. It's not just a sponsorship. We want to work with companies that we can help benefit their business, and also their partnerships help us benefit to go faster on track. We're very happy to have Deluxe on board. It means a lot to us, and we look forward to growing that partnership and showing them the world of motorsport and how it can benefit their business and other partners they may have as well.
We don't need weight, but we have to run the weight box. We don't add weight to our car because I'm already heavy enough, but we have to run the weight box even though it's empty. The weight box, you have to mount it to this like 20-pound plate. So
do you need to lose 20 pounds?
No, I think I'm good.
Removing stickers this time. We moved from Pro-Am to Pro, so gotta have fully silver mirrors.
And they're red, they're the right color.
Yeah, so we called a shop that had them on their website, but the link was expired. This was the last pair that they had, and it was in my size too.
Yeah, these are hard to get. And I'm getting close. I need a repair done on the back side of my shoe.
I know how to fix it.
Yeah, you've done it before.
Yes, I have.
We'll do it again.
All right. Gotta get some schmutz.
Make it last a year.
It'll last half a year.
Yeah, that's actually fine.
We gotta figure that into the weight.
I'm gonna make it really easy.
This is the first time I ever had a new suit. The old suit I had was my dad's from like 2008. I had that for like 14 years.
What's the question?
Overall procedure again.
70, 90, 90, 70. Long braking zones. And then 2 laps super hard. Get them really hot. Remember, you'll smell it. And after that second lap, back to 70%.
70, 90, 97.
So far, so good. We got through first practice. Both Lee and Dimitri were quick. Conditions are a little funky right now. It just rained, just poured actually. And 2 minutes later, it's sunny. So we're going out with a dry setup. The track will go from wet to dry. I have gotten a lot of DMs on Instagram asking if the Super Cup pipes will fit onto a road car.
Yeah, and since it's exactly the same engine,
You just have to get the Cup car headers.
you know, it's a bummer you're not driving from a good buddy standpoint. But I don't know when you would have had time to drive the past couple of days. So
I enjoy watching you and Dimitri. It's cool. And seeing the guys do their thing. It's been a really cool perspective. Qualifying yesterday went pretty well, all things considered. There's a lot of cars out there, so a clean lap is hard. And I think both guys wish that they had another lap, but they don't get that. So P4 for Dimitri, P6 for Lee. Schedule's kind of bright and early. We just got here. It's just after 7 o'clock, really foggy. In about an hour, we're gonna have the guys in the car pre-grid. The race is just after 9 o'clock. So starts bright and early, then we have a few hour gap, and just after lunch, race 2. So we'll be done before 2 o'clock this afternoon with both race 1 and race 2.
So you can be hard on sliding the rears is the only thing that you constantly slide the rears. That's the thing that'll kill it.
All beverage of Sebring International Raceway. Won 12 hours of Sebring. Buy your copy.
You know what's crazy? It's like me and him fit in the car together. We're like, how the heck did you guys fit in the car together?
It's him that has to compromise, not me.
He's got his knees in his chest.
I've got all sorts of options in there. He's like,
I drove with Sellers. You're tall.
I'm way taller.
You're
than
taller.
Sellers.
Yeah.
He's the only guy I can call short.
We're extreme.
And I do.
Yeah.
Do my best to give you as much as I can.
Yeah.
I think we're in a good spot too. The car's looking good. Not a single fingerprint on them.
Not a single fingerprint.
Golf carts are over here. I'll take it. I'll meet you on the podium.
Deal.
I like the
For your running expense. WeatherJoles.com.
But it's not comfortable.
GT Racing.
Yeah, but I just run on anyway. So.
Make sure you get your brakes all the way up to me.
And it is green, and we are racing, and Kai van Bernal gets the jump on his teammate Riley Dickinson. Little bit more ragged behind, through in the number 9. That's Parker Thompson trying to get down the inside at turn 1 in the shell-coloured car. Has to drop back into line, he's still there. 3/4 of the way up the second place car. There's a little bit of bump there. Maybe just a little bit of hip and shoulder, and Dickinson has to give best. Good driving, sensible driving, aggressive driving by both drivers, Jeremy, but I think that's fine on the first lap. Watch out for the 311 RS Motorsport number 11 car. This is Dimitri Dimakos. We saw him in a 991 car last year.
Wow.
And the battle for the lead is heating up already on the far side of the circuit. Past the campgrounds, which are absolutely packed already this year. Down towards Tower Turn with the still active airfield on the driver's left. Oh, mistake from Dickinson, and he's taken the rubber front splitter off the car. That's his race done.
We actually had a good run.
Yeah, he did.
That's
a first.
There's some shuffling as well, some people running off the road there, people there taking evasive action.
That's the number 97.
It is, that's Craig Conway. I mean, as soon as the 311 RS guys, they saw his performance there, and they contacted him right away. And he himself, Dimitri, was planning on a kind of a real estate career. He's got a master's degree, not chasing a master's degree in that, and he wasn't going to be racing on a full-time basis. 23 years of age, from Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah. Mistake somewhere. Haven't said anything.
In the meantime, for 7th position, 7th and 8th, Michael McCann trying to hold off Dimitri Dimakos in that caliber 11 deluxe. The deluxe car got super sideways going through the carousel. That's lost him quite a bit of ground.
Stuck behind McCann right now.
And then that hurts turn 5. Yeah, I need to go. A little tweak. Something to make the rear hold on a little bit better. Okay. So it was the rear and braking too. I ended up going 2.5 in the. I moved 2.0 to the front through the race.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
A little bit hectic on the start, and I was a little bit sloppy. But then once I got in the groove, I was good. And the guy in front, I was just the slowest, slightly catching every lap.
So we just finished your first race then?
Yeah, it was a lot to learn. I made a little bit of a mistake into turn 5 on the first lap. I left the door open and lost a couple positions, but once we got into the groove of things, it flowed pretty well. I think I finished P7. Lee, how about you?
5th. You were 8th.
P5 and I was P8. I'm happy with that. A top 10 finish. The first race is good. For next race, I would like to stick a little bit closer to where I qualified at. I definitely think it's possible considering the fact that most of the positions I lost on the first lap. But we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm always going to side on caution for this first event at least. So I'm not too concerned with position, more so just to learn.
Where should we go?
Bye.
It's over there. Yeah. Pick it up. You don't see my blue numbers?
Huh?
It should be yellow.
Did you lose half a splitter? Hey,
Of all the tracks to go green for the whole time,
Yeah.
this usually doesn't rank up there, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised if it goes at least one, maybe two.
it spins unbelievably clean.
Well,
All the
people
practice
went off,
sections.
but they were just not in the day. 2 or 3 people spun, but
Half the
nothing.
tires, splitters, and everything at 17 meters.
Yeah, but there was nothing. That was a race stoppage.
Good luck out there. I did
Go get that first place.
I did message you on Instagram. Yeah, nobody knows.
So we're here on the grid, pre-grid, before race 2. 25 minutes till green, about 85 degrees. We got a little bit of shade.
The house is wonderful too.
Boys did well. They qualify on second fastest lap in qualifying, or fastest lap in race 1. And conditions in qualifying wasn't great, so Lee actually moved up to P5 with a faster lap in race 1. So he's P5, Dimitri's P7.
Without preparation.
Thank you. Rock, paper, scissors, baby.
Oh, cool.
8+ years of service in the United States Army.
Can we put elbow covers on? This is sick.
Watch the bright red Lee Keen driven number 12 on the inside of row 3. See if he can get down the inside. It's a slow run to the green flag. Thomas Landenbach, who was waving the green flag last time around. This time, one of our partners from the Flight Cayman Islands waving the green flag, and down to the first corner.
To the first corners. Yeah, nice deep start as well. So the driver's clearly in line. Storming into the race with Dickinson dropping back to 3rd place. It seems that the outside pole isn't the place to be.
Further up the field, Lee Keen has his mirrors full of Trenton Estep through turn 10, sweeping through the left-hander at 11, building up speed now, and then braking into tower turn. You brake and turning at the same time down the inside by Estep. That's a very bold manoeuvre if he can pull that one off. He hasn't, but there was no contact. That was very fair driving by both. Now they touch on the way down to the Jean de Bihan bends. This is high risk stuff here, because this is fast and you are turning at the same time. They've been side by side for 4 corners pretty much now. And now Estep goes through as Lee Keen's car is moving around massively at the back. And then Dimitri Dimakos is right in behind in the number 11, the second of the black cars.
Yeah, the number 12 and number 11, they're teammates at 311 RS Motorsports. And Trenton Estep, he's a former champion in the old GT3 Cup series back in 2018. Got the opportunity to come back this weekend, and that's a bold pass. He's a great young driver, is Trenton Estep, and hats off to Mark Kawami for giving him this opportunity, not only to drive here, but also in the WeatherTech Series race as well this weekend. So he's going to be a busy boy in the 2 311 RS cars side by side across the start-finish line with Dimakos now edging ahead, perhaps. Yes,
he's gone through.
Keen, he has
gone through even before they got the braking area.
Dimakos down the inside. That's a super move.
I mean, this is like really good.
Come on, get in there, buddy. Get in there, goddamn.
All up in their shizzle. He was all up in their shizzle for a while there. Yeah, well, once I got contact, it didn't quite feel right after that.
Yeah, I got on the rear tire, I saw.
A little bit of a bully, I'm gonna have to go talk to him. Yeah, so I got the 4th and was behind Parker for a bit. Was running really good, and then the kid behind me was kind of keeping the gap there. And then I just kind of lost a little bit, and he kind of reeled me in a little bit. But then he kind of stuffed his nose in 13, and I gave him plenty of space, but he didn't give me any space on the exit of 13. So Yeah. No, I'm about to pull the video up and then go have a chat.
I applied some of the things, some of the mistakes that I made in the first race and lessons learned. I applied those in the second race, and it helped a lot. I put more focus on the initial few laps just to make sure I could get myself in a good place, and just tried to stay there. Again, kind of siding more on the cautious side, but you know, I'm happy with the result. It's an improvement for sure.
Kind of trying to bully me, and after that, just kind of was a little off. I'm about to pull the video before I go talk to him.
Nice work, guys. That was so fun to watch. Ian, Thomas, and I were just like, ooh.
A lot of the mistakes that I made in the first race, I tried to correct. The start wasn't perfect, but it was better.
Yeah, it was. He's fine.
Okay,
but he's in there looking at footage.
Okay, because I'll look at it and I'm happy to go to the other driver and go, hey, let me give you reality. For sure. Should I ever get this kind of information? This is what I'll do, kind of thing. For sure. And maybe it'll take. Okay.
Yeah, feel free to go in.
You okay if I go in right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
He comes over because he saw something or heard something, and he wants to hear what we have to say. So we tell him what we have to say. He reviews the footage, talks to the driver, and then if he has to make a decision after the race, he can't do anything. But he goes and talks to both guys to make sure it doesn't happen again. My Michelin guy, he's not waving anymore because he's been rubbed off. Ultimately, the car's okay, but that shouldn't be happening. Especially if one guy gives courtesy room on entry, he expects it back because he doesn't have to give him room. So.